Hi everybody, my name is Sarah. Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto. Under 20 most days, some days 25, and rarely under 30, but it has happened. But it's just because of veggies, which I don't count, if you know what I mean. I'm not going to stop having a veggie if it's offered, like on our steak night, with the Brussels sprouts and the cauli crumbles and the asparagus to go along with the steak. Gonna have them. I love my Brussels sprouts. Anyway, this is just one of those interesting kind of topics, and I've been reading a lot of the comments from all of you and then listening to my podcast, and I was thinking, what did I write down? Do you consider your keto journey something that you keep learning from, that it keeps giving you more and more so you can dive even deeper, or do you just keep it like light above sea level and just kind of do the under 20 and don't think much about it? Or has it become a passion, obviously like it is for me, where it's all you can think about all the time? And so you always want to learn more, do more, be more, tweak more, and just be a good little keto student. Well, you know where I land. But some of you treat it light and lively, have success, don't give it another thought, just go about your day. But for somebody like me, it's really an all-inclusive kind of food plan. And I'm always tweaking and bringing something new on board and letting something go that, like, without even thinking about it, it just becomes one of those things. And there's a saying that says, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. And I'm just wondering if any of you, with your keto journey, listen to the same people that I listen to, because you tell me, but keep doing things that, like, aren't things that they would promote. In fact, they suggest you shouldn't do, until one day it's like, have they always been saying that? I swear it's the first time I've heard that, and I've been listening to that so-and-so for months. Probably 50 of their podcasts. How come I never heard that before? It's one of those, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. And I love that. And some of the things that I'm referring to vaguely without saying them are things that are sometimes physical habits that we have. Habits like nighttime eating, or snacking, or licking spoons and knives while we cook, and then, doesn't get counted. Or some other things like artificial sweeteners. I loved when Keto Christina said, I'm not a sugar addict, I'm a sweet addict. And I realized that even with artificial sweeteners, it can still be searching out that sweet. And it could come from artificial sweeteners, or even the alternatives like Swerve and Stevia and Xyla and xylitol and all of those. And how that's totally fascinating to me. Or snacking. There's another one. Dr. Fung doesn't believe in snacking whatsoever. And when you listen to Dr. Berg, as he has people transition from the standard American diet into keto, they stick with their 3 meals a day, but they give up their snacks. And so it's just one of those things. And when I hear things and they like really sink in, it's like, oh yeah, I never heard that before. And it's like, did that doctor change his style? And it's like, no, I just heard it. And I totally believe that we're ready to hear something when we're ready to hear something, and not 1 second before. And what can we do with that information? Well, now that we've heard it, we can be ready, and we can work on another layer, if you choose. Some people call recovery in the 12-step programs like an onion. There's another layer to peel. And that's how I look at it here, unless you're just doing your keto under 20 and not giving it a thought. But if you are doing some things that have been suggested by certain doctors or certain other peers that you might listen to, and suddenly you hear it, it's like, oh. Now for me, I think my next layer or two is definitely learning all I can about intermittent fasting and insulin and the spiking of it. And I guess the student is ready. Like when I gave up gum, like when I gave up, what else did I give up? Well, I gave up the grains and sugars and artificial sweeteners kind of before I was keto, maybe low carb, high fat, I'm not sure. But I love it. And so learning about insulin spikes and intermittent fasting is fascinating. And so I'm drawn to the professionals that talk about these things, or peers like me that do these things. And my intermittent fasting window is 20 hours of only having a bulletproof coffee, and then 4 hours of my window of eating, which is 2 pretty substantial meals. I tried the one. I am not a one and done gal. No way. So I have 2 meals a day. They're compacted into those 4 hours. I don't do snacking, and I love it. And so it works for me. I'm not chewing gum in between. I do have, I drink ample amounts of water and things like that. But it's just kind of funny how we learn stuff and how it could be going on all around us. Like when you think of somebody that smokes cigarettes and the packs all say, pretty serious things on the side. And, people aren't going to give it up until they're going to give it up. And then when they do, and that's how it was for me with keto. I think I'm a not going to fool around with it type of person. When I'm ready, and nothing can stop me. I'm open to hearing about it. I do ask my higher power to keep me open to suggestions, being corrected and learning new things and being willing to, and it kind of has worked. And so I was just wondering if your learning curve, as it were, or style, as it were, is similar to that, and until I was ready, I didn't hear it. I didn't hear intermittent fasting. I didn't hear insulin spiking. I didn't really hear about the snacks. So I guess, well, maybe I heard about the snacks. I'm not sure, but certainly I did my share when I was on Weight Watchers. And so the 2 solid meals with the 20 hours of just having the bulletproof coffee is what works for me. Would I just have a fast without bulletproof coffee and just drink water? Probably no. I get up at 3. I look forward to my coffee. I probably won't be drinking it black. So I do, I hold on to that as like one of my most favorite guilty pleasures. And so anyway, just curious to hear how you got messages, how you still get messages, and are you willing to dive deeper, or are you happy where you are, keeping it simple, keeping it tracked, maybe you don't even track. Maybe suddenly one day you hear, oh, that person's success is because they track. Or, oh, that person uses a kitchen scale and measuring cups and spoons. Oh, that must make it kind of easier. Stricter, but easier. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe I have a portion distortion. Anyway, it's just fun. And it's like, how far do you want to take this? I love this program. I do. My name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food, with no portion distortion with my kitchen scale. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye till the next time.